So all the way up on one of the highest points of the Großglockner, you have a biker meet point, and that biker point is called Edelweißspitze. You can also hike it. Yeah, I would rather have a bike. Don't get me wrong, I work out, but still, I enjoy this so much more.
This is what makes a biker so excited.
I just want to take a second to take it in.
But then my navigation just said, nah, you're gonna do another one.
Hello. At least you get to see a little bit more of the Stelvio. So this is actually the best view that I can give you. That was freaking awesome. It feels like coming home somehow. A very good morning. This is day 3 of the season, and I have to admit one thing. Hotels are normally pretty good. I'm now in Achensee, Eben am Achensee, and I just stayed at the Hotel Klinge. But what they do when it comes to personal attention, like I drove up and there was a sign with my name and a parking lot on there. I came in and my ticket was already, the card for my hotel was already ready. And I came up and I had a room for one person and then that room also had a seating area. It was very, very spacious. It was nothing that I have predicted, but it was very, very interesting. It was also, in the morning I came to the desk just now and immediately they knew me and we could complete the check-in process and everything. It was unexpected, to say the least. However, today we have a very exciting day because we are actually going to do the first passes. The first one is the Gerlospass. I actually did that one by car one time with coworkers as we wanted to go skiing. And the second one is the Großglockner. We'll also go around Zell am See. A couple of years back on my trip, the Großglockner was the last pass that I did right before I had COVID and I had to go back from South Austria all the way back to the Netherlands. I think I left at 6:30 and I arrived around between 10 and 11 p.m. While having COVID. That was no fun. So I want to redo it just to get back in the groove again. Zell am See, actually the lake over there, I walked, so it will be pretty nice and awesome to now also bike it, just to get some memories across. But for now, yeah, we're actually not that far from Gerlos. It's only going to take about 4.5 hours today, and then some breaks. I know there's some rain tonight, so it's actually nice. Yesterday was such a long day, maybe to just relax a little bit earlier today. We'll have some amazing sights coming up, so stick around, because yes, look at that. Just the view around the mountains, the hill, I love it. And then for some reason your GPS just says, nope, we're going left here and we're gonna make it way more exciting. I think this happened because at the beginning it was searching for GPS and it just sent me down a completely different road. I don't mind because this is the way that you would see these kind of things, right? Wow, I'm going over the train tracks again. Through a tunnel. Wow. Let's make sure there's nobody in it before entering. And then we take an immediate right. A little bit of a quicker right even. Okay. Unbelievable. The landscaping here is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. The Zilletalbahn. First ones are always the most exciting, right? Because yeah, it's always to see if you still know how and everything else. But there's a couple of things, because I remember being terrified last time that I drove. Eventually we found out, so that's one tip that I can give you. Never stack up your luggage on the back, because now I have my suitcases, they're lower, but if you have higher, you will have issues just pushing the bike left and right, which you definitely need to do. Number two that I also want to say is, if you have a chain, keep it tight like you would normally drive slowly anyway, because as soon as the tension is gone, you might come in issues. And just take your time, do it safe. Yes, there's always traffic behind you, but you can always just let them pass, and you can always stop or take your time. Going up is easier than going down, let me tell you. Because if you go down, then you also need to keep in a low gear in order to make sure that you're braking. But let's see how this one is going, because I'm very curious to see. We're just going to overtake this car. No, that's the thing. Always take your time and make sure. And I didn't realize how important it actually is to look in the direction you want to go. My instructor always told me, and I was doing my driver's license, but I never knew the value until here. And yes, I can already feel that we're going steep up, even when maybe on the camera it's not that visible. So this is an inside turn because we're going right, and I always tend to go in a little bit of a lower gear. Just keep your engine going, look where you want to go, and go. And yes, it might look like very simple if you do it like that, but it honestly is. If you can get some mountain training, I would prefer it. Definitely do so. I had two very good friends, Dan and Ed. I don't know if you're watching, but hello. Thank you so much for teaching me this, because I did not know how to do it, and I was very, very scared at the moment. Dan just kept talking in my helmet. Keep looking left, and yeah, eventually you start doing that on your own. But it was just, yeah, it was funny. Now with the luggage and everything, I told you, because of the suitcases, it's a little bit lower. That helps because you can just navigate the bike a little bit better. Now, I also have a couple of hotels that have multiple days. That means that for some of the days, I don't have suitcases with me. And then if you do mountain passes, you just go a little bit quicker and everything. It really depends on how much weight you are trying to pull with you. It's a little bit more sportive, so I'm definitely looking forward to the Stelvio Pass with no luggage, as that one is everybody's favorite, of course. Always wave to bikers. And that's how you do it. So yeah, you can already see that road down there, that's where we were, and we're not even up to the top yet. We still have a couple of left. I'm sorry, it brings a smile on my face, but it also takes a little bit of focus, and you need your concentration with it, because yeah, it's every time a different turn. One thing I do in order to help me with this is I have a TomTom in front of me, which also shows the map and the roads, how they are going, and I have it diagonally, or vertically I should say, because then you also see the road that's coming up. But yeah, unfortunately, you will always have these kind of things, which is a shame, right? But it's part of the game. So this is a very famous ski area, as we visited this as well. It's actually one of the larger ones too. And I always like skiing in Austria, just because of the fact that you have an upper ski here, you can drink some beer at the end of the skiing. You know, go have a schnitzel here and there, and it's not that expensive as you would normally have like in Switzerland or in France. So on that point, it's actually a really nice place to be. So here you can see the ski piste on this end. It actually goes steep down. amazing what you can do on a pair of skis, actually, to be honest. So the Gerlospass is a paid pass, so in a little bit they will ask me to pay a little bit in order to have this pass, and I can drive over it. After you pay, you can go over it, I think, multiple times a day, but that also depends. But I think this is a way that Austria is using in order to maintain their roads. So something just happened that I wasn't prepared for, is that they actually have a pass where you can do all the passes that require taxes. So I got this one, the Gerlospass. I already paid now also for the Großglockner, which is coming up later today, after Zell am See. And then I also paid for the Nockamstrasse, which we will do probably tomorrow or the day after. So when it comes to tax or toll, I actually paid everything already. So that's not too bad. The bus that we were behind just unloaded all the people. And that's the view right there. When you see that the road conditions are like this, I don't mind paying toll. As long as the roads are fine, who am I to complain then? Always make sure that before one of these bends you're done with shifting gears, look into the turn, and sometimes you can also make the turn a little bit wider if you want to. It's always amazing that if you look back and you see that big mountain, the one behind here, that's the one we just went over. And then also to say, this was one of the cheaper passes compared to the other ones. So this is the big lake at Zell am See, and Zell am See is a beautiful place. You can go skiing or at least up the mountain. And this big beautiful lake here is walkable. Yes, you hear it correctly, walkable. I remember when it was here a couple of years back, I had an issue because you were sitting on the bike so many times for so many days that I just said, let's have a no bike day. My friends took the train in order to go somewhere, and I thought, you know what? It's a beautiful lake. It was beautiful weather. Let me just walk it. So I went all the way around here. It took me a couple of hours, but it is quite beautiful. The city jet. There's even two trains. Interesting. But it doesn't look too bad actually, so let's see how much visibility we have by the time we get up there. Just to get a little bit of petrol. I actually like this system. Just get gas, drive to a window and pay. It's actually not too bad. But this guarantees that at least we have enough to survive today, and then we don't have to find a gas station immediately tomorrow morning. So it helps on all the other sides as well. Of course, there's only, oh crap, there's only two open. That's nice. So at least we got past this group. I have to admit, if you are planning on doing everything anyway, it really helps to have it prepaid because you only have to grab your pay card once. And now it's just to give a ticket. It goes way faster. So welcome to the Großglockner. I'm gonna drive up and see how the weather conditions are. If the weather conditions are good, then I will see if I can do a second pass because it looks like it's not really that busy, which surprises me a little bit because it's a Saturday. But yeah, I'm not complaining. The views are already magnificent. And you notice that the temperature is already dropping about 3 degrees, but I really don't mind. Wow, you're climbing so f***ing fast here. It's unbelievable. Edelweißspitze. Of course we're gonna do the Edelweißspitze. So all the way up on one of the highest points of the Großglockner, you have a biker meet point, and that biker point is called Edelweißspitze. You can also hike it. Yeah, I would rather have a bike. Don't get me wrong, I work out, but still, I enjoy this so much more. It is a challenge though to get up. Now we have perfect weather conditions, so that's actually helping. But as you can see, the road conditions are absolutely dreadful, especially if there's a fog, as last time. There was a fog up here, and you couldn't see a hand for eyes. So you need to take your time for this one. Look at all the bikers here. It is busy. And as it is tradition, you always take a picture of the sign on the highest point. All the stickers everywhere. And look at the view. So as you could see already down there when we were driving there, this is as high as we are. You can see that there's still a little bit of mountain left. You can see the road again that you have to take in order to get up. And that's where the car park is. That's where we started in order to take this little stream up. So what's next? Well, we will do that route. We'll go around and then we go all the way down. And if you go a little bit down, you can take a right and then you can actually go to the glacier. So that's something that we will see as well. And I hope to get a little bit of lunch over there, all before it starts raining, because yeah, they still said it's gonna rain somewhere today. I'm very lucky that I haven't seen it yet. With this, you can have a short day and still a lot more excitement than a long day like yesterday. From here you can actually see the glacier of the Großglockner right over there. It does get smaller every year, just to mention. Great views all around every corner. I'm really not joking when I say that. Oh, sorry. Whoa. Yeah, that was a close one. I thought the car was parked. I didn't see that the car was going. So by the time that I noticed, I had to take a emergency move in order to make it happen that it didn't crash. So we just passed the famous roundabout. If we take the other exit on the roundabout, it's just going to be like 1 or 2 kilometers before you get to the end station, because here you need to pay on both ends. But as I said, I still wanted to see the glacier, which is around the corner from here. So I would also want to see if we can get some food there for lunch, because it's currently 1:45, so perfect timing. After this, we don't have that much riding to do anymore. It will be less than 2 hours to get to where we want to go. Look at the waterfall right here. Still a lot of snow melting. This is a special view of the glacier. I always say that they become smaller, but for some reason it still looks that it's bigger than the last time that I was here, which was 3 years ago. Oh! Fuck! Ah, crap! Yeah, that was stupid. What happened was I still had my front wheel lock on, and then if you try to drive away, the lock blocks. Lucky for me, everything is fixed for it, and I got some metal braces for in case this happens. Still, I don't want to do it again. I know better. I should know better. Say goodbye to the Großglockner as we are heading back. And we're back at the famous roundabout on the Großglockner. From here it will only be a couple of kilometers before we get back to the toll. Last time we got to ride it 2 times, but that was also because we already had our hotel in Zell and we didn't have to drive that far today. But because of the bad weather that is incoming, I'll now just head all the way to the hotel, which is about 1 hour and 45 minutes left. A lot of people here will take a break and head back again on top of. But yeah, I enjoy that one a lot. And it's not done yet, we still need to go down anyway. These narrow little roads, you always have to think about upcoming traffic. But also, as you can see, the asphalt had its best years behind him already. So you need to be careful with that too. Just always take your time. But it is awesome. These trails remind me of Scotland, most of them. Especially up the highlands up north. You would notice that most of the roads that you want to take are actually these width, with passing stops here and there. I want to say we were here the last time too, but I can't remember this one. Don't look down. Talking about hairpin bends. There goes steep down. Like a second ago we were looking into this valley, and now in a second we are in the valley. Again, try to look for traffic, because you can actually see already if there's traffic. I can see a bike. There's no cars coming up, which means that you can take the corner a little bit wider than you would normally do, because you already checked everything you wanted to check. Look in the direction you want to go, and the bike follows. So in a second we are entering Seeboden, and we also will see the Millstatter See. Also crystal blue, like any other lake that we've seen so far. That's also where my hotel is for the night. We made it dry, completely dry actually, and it's a chill 30 degrees over here. So I'm very happy when I can turn into my shorts for the rest of the day. Yesterday was so long, I'm actually kind of happy it's 4:30 or 3:30. It's a perfect time to arrive at the hotel. We had a lot of ups and also a down or two, but all in all, this was an amazing day. I really enjoyed it. The Großglockner never seems to disappoint. So, and I'm very happy that I was able to share that with everybody. Tomorrow, depending on the weather actually, we will either go into Slovenia, or on the other side we will do the north of this region, because there's two lovely dams up the mountain that you can visit. So it's going to be either one of those. Also not too long, but a decent day, I would say. It's not lengthy anymore, so when it comes to kilometers it won't be that much. I hope that you enjoyed today. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It really helps my channel, I have to admit, and I know most of you are not subscribed yet. So have a lovely day, and I'll see you at the next one. Stay safe, everyone. I have to say, from all the passes that I've done, and it's also probably because of the traffic, the high amount of traffic and the narrow road, but and the condition of the road, this must have been one of the toughest passes that I've ever done. But if you see here all the way down, there's this light spot. That's probably the only thing that you will see. That's all the way where we came. Yeah, this is not helping. This is actually already the third station that I saw like this.